Hey everyone, good evening and happy Veterans Day across Central Oregon. It has been cool. It has been cloudy. We've already seen some periods of clearing, but some big changes are also on the way. Again, hey everyone, I am Darrell Winninger, Chief Meteorologist at Central Oregon Daily News, and we're going to take a few minutes to do a deep dive into your most reliable forecast. Look at what's been happening, the changes that I already mentioned that are on the way, and what they really mean for us, how they're going to impact us, everything from day-to-day life all the way to traveling, even through the passes, because we are looking at some mountain snow, including snow in the passes. Not until Thursday night though, but let's talk about what's been happening today. We do still have a whole lot of cloud cover. Temperatures in the last hour or so have really been in the 50s with some 40s on the map, but there has been some clearing. Look at that hoodoo camera at the top of Ed's chair looking to the north and northwest. You can see that blue sky, and it is beautiful. Now here through the last couple of days, we've had this air quality advisory, and it's going to stay in place until 3 p.m. Wednesday. Once we really get into the flow of this next system, it really starts to clear the air, especially with some precipitation. Now, it's really going to drop off by Thursday, though. And then we have a wind advisory that goes into effect Thursday, 1 a.m., continues through 1 a.m. Saturday. That's because of back-to-back systems. We are going to be entering an active weather pattern with this next system. However, it's not going to really do too much in the way of winter storm impact. But when we do eventually look at some rain and snow totals, you'll see that we are going to get hit by it. Now, when it comes to satellite and radar, currently you're looking at a blend of satellite imagery. This is infrared satellite imagery as well as visible. And there's also radar thrown on the top. And the radar does show a few sprinkles. Not all of that is reaching the ground, and our system is still offshore. It's actually redeveloping out over the Pacific Ocean. And once that rolls into the region, that's really going to bring several big changes to our weather pattern. But yes, there are a few sprinkles shown up on the map right now, and this is not it. It can really continue through Wednesday, though. It's going to be mostly dry across Central Oregon. And when we look at the bigger picture, things we see, a whole lot of cloud cover. What we don't see is really vertically integrated clouds that are really stacked vertically. You'd notice that if you saw some red in the imagery, such as over Colorado earlier today where they had some thunderstorms. But here in Central Oregon, we do have some vertical development there, but not even much in the way of wind. Those isobars are really spread apart. When we look at the bigger picture, we can see where that low pressure is because of those isobars, and this is the front that's going to roll in. On the back side of that, there's a broad ridge of high pressure and more activity from the Aleutian chain all the way over the North Pacific Ocean. But even when it comes to water vapor imagery and pressure, we're seeing that there is a plume of deep moisture that is over Central Oregon, and its origin is way out over the Eastern Pacific Ocean, and that's just going to continue to impact us with more systems rolling in. So when we go ahead and look at our forecast model and what's coming up here through the next couple of days, the first thing that we notice is this cloud cover sticks around through tonight. Now, some in and out clouds are expected. Do not get me wrong. There will be periods of clearing tonight and through Wednesday, even through Wednesday night. But here's what we're seeing. That in and out cloud cover, it's going to be mostly cloudy, becoming partly cloudy at times. And by Wednesday night, there is a potential of a little bit of clearing, those clouds opening up a little bit more, enabling us to view the high chance of aurora borealis. So we could be seeing some northern lights. But with all that cloud cover, it's either going to do one of two things. It's going to cover up the sky to where we can't see the northern lights, or it's going to make for a spectacular show with clouds coming into play as well. But then Wednesday night, our next warm front rolls in. We start to get some sprinkles. By Thursday, scattered showers, falling snow levels, mountain snow, snow in our passes, and much stronger winds are expected. Now, relative humidity is moderate at the moment, mostly ranging from the upper 40s through the 70s. Now, tonight, there is a chance for a few spots developing some fog, but it's not going to be for everybody. Meanwhile, in the last 24 hours, temperatures topped out in the 50s and some 60s on the map. We get another bump in temperatures tomorrow, and that's really when we're going to peak when it comes to highs warming up. Now, temperatures right now at 4:52 p.m. on Tuesday are sitting in the 50s with a few 40s on the map. Now, that puts us close to and below where we were 24 hours ago, as much as 7 degrees cooler than it was on this time Monday. And for tonight, temperatures don't go too far, falling back out of the 50s into the 40s. Now, some 30s, a few 30s in some of our higher elevations are expected. And by tomorrow, we're further into the 60s, so a little bit more warming from where we were today. And through Wednesday, that warm front is going to be rolling this way. So still that cooler air mass over the region. And that warm front really doesn't push in until Wednesday night. Nevertheless, highs in the 60s. Mild for this time of the year. The average high temperature is 51 in Bend and 53 degrees in Redmond. Now, it will be a cool start. Clouds stick around with periods of clearing and a light breeze. Highs in the 60s with a few 50s possible. Then by Thursday, you can expect more periods of clearing between showers, but winds are going to get gusty. That cold front's rolling through. A cooler air mass is digging into the Pacific Northwest, and our snow levels are going to be falling. With those falling snow levels, we go from no mountain snow to snow in the passes to some light snow showers in our lower elevations, not putting too much on the ground by Thursday morning, by Friday morning. That's mostly going to be Thursday night when we have the huge drop in our snow levels. But still, Thursday, highs in the 60s and 50s. So it's an advance of that cold front that we're still going to be a little more on the mild side. Once that cold front pushes through, though, it's just going to be cooler. Highs in the 50s, maybe some 40s, breezy for most of us, and one more system bearing down on the coastline. And then another system starts to develop by Saturday and Sunday. So we do keep some of that precipitation into the weekend, but between now and Friday at 11 p.m., we're getting wet, we're getting some of that mountain snow, and we're going to take a closer look at that here in the next few minutes, starting off with our temperature trend. So it's going to be a little more on the mild side Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday's when we really start to get wet. Some sprinkles Wednesday night, and then winds are just going to get gusty into Friday. By Saturday and Sunday, still looking at highs in the 50s, but later on in the 7-day planner, by Monday and Tuesday, we're actually looking at some 40s on the map. So let's look at a different forecast model. This is the one I typically use on air, and it shows a lot of that cloud cover sticking in over the Pacific Northwest through Wednesday. Now, periods of clearing are expected Wednesday night. Some sprinkles are possible. Then that next system starts to bring more precipitation, dropping snow levels. By Thursday, during the midday and afternoon hours, the cold front actually fizzles out, but the cooler air mass continues to dig into the Pacific Northwest, and we are looking at periods of clearing between showers with falling snow levels still in the forecast. And then that next system rolls in on Friday, really helping to bring even more precipitation into the Pacific Northwest. Then when we look at the long range forecast model, it actually shows that by Saturday we actually get some clearing, but some clouds still sticking around. A few lingering sprinkles aren't out of the question, but by Sunday evening and Sunday night, more showers, but the mountains really absorb a lot of the moisture with that next system. And then by Monday and Tuesday, a mixture of sunshine and cloud cover. So between now and Wednesday at 11 p.m., some sprinkles are possible. Remember, the warm front Wednesday night. Through Thursday, showers, snow in the mountains as much as almost 2 inches through Santiam Pass. Looks like 2 to 4 inches through Willamette Pass, and then we're still not done. More precipitation is expected. So just a quick look between now and Saturday at 5 p.m. Diamond Lake Junction catching between 4 to 8. Same with Willamette Pass. Santiam Pass 2 to 4 inches, I'd say, and then about that through Government Camp. Now, going forward, we only have a couple minutes left. So wind gusts right now, not too bad until you get to southern Deschutes County, and going over to what the actual wind speeds look like, it's really just a light breeze, 2 to 12 miles per hour, gusts 15 to maybe 20. And through the rest of tonight, we're looking at a light breeze 1 to 8 miles per hour. Through Wednesday, breezy at times. Through Wednesday night, breezy. Through Thursday, gusty conditions are expected. So for tonight, we're talking 40s and some 30s. By Wednesday, we're looking at 60s, a few 50s possible, a whole lot of cloud cover, periods of clearing. And then your 7-day planner shows that once we get into this active weather pattern, starting Wednesday night, we stay in an active weather pattern right into the weekend. Now, a few sprinkles Saturday, but more showers late on Sunday through Sunday night going into Monday with an even bigger dip in temperature. So your weather headlines for this Tuesday, November the 11th, include include more 60s and more clouds. Periods of clearing are expected. It will be wetter and breezy through Thursday, even getting gusty for many of us with an active weather pattern ahead. But as of right now, at best, there have been a few sprinkles showing up on radar, but some of that's virga. It's not all actually reaching the ground. And going forward, we do have some weather alerts on the map for our Tri-County area, just an air quality advisory. South of Central Oregon, we have a wind advisory from 1 a.m. Thursday to 1 a.m. Saturday. That also includes just south of La Pine for that wind advisory. But that's the latest in weather. Join us tonight on Central Oregon Daily News, one of the latest headlines and your most reliable forecast. See you then.